I mean my mic.
There you are.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Forgot to turn my mic on. We're starting really well tonight. Okay. We're live. This is it. Are you guys ready? Because I'm not.
Yep.
Yep.
Guess what? Guess what?
What?
You have to change the button. We can't do it for you.
Oh, right. ちょっと待って. Internet, please don't. Don't. Okay. Let's start. Where are we? Bara. Jajang. Whoa. Tis us.
Hi, everyone.
Whoa. Maybe I should retweet that thing, huh? To know that people know you started.
Yes.
Nii-chan.
That does
Yes.
help.
Nani?
Why am I so short?
Eh? Oh. そうね.
It looks like I've been decapitated. I know that's a Jiangshi thing, but let's not make that a reality.
But same. We're all kind of decapitated.
You can see the two of your shoulders. It just looks like I'm the head.
ちょっと待って. I'll decrease. Oh, Yui. Yui, thank you so much
Hey.
for resub.
Subscribing.
Thank you.
For
You're welcome.
months.
Woo!
You get only treats tonight instead of tricks.
Yes, definitely. No tricks here, right? And hello, Io-san. Good morning. Yosh. What was I gonna say?
Hi, Ari.
Oh, good morning. Yes, good morning, Yui.
Good morning, Yui. No.
Morning,
Okay.
Ghost Chat.
Let me see what I can do then.
What?
That's maybe your chair is too small. You know.
We gave her the baby
That's
chair.
not the PNG I gave you. Gosh darn it.
What do you
Give
mean?
me another box to stand on. I demand another box.
You know, that's another box. Okay, here,
I
hang
need to
on.
recount the boxes.
What do you mean recount the?
Recount.
Fine, let's recount the boxes. Okay, hang on. Get off the box first.
Yeah, I
Get-
won the box election.
Get off the box first. All right.
Ah!
She's been sent away.
All right.
Wow.
Now, try this
We haven't
one.
been live for 5 minutes and she's already been exercised.
Try this box. Try this box. Is that high enough for you? ちょっと待って. Actually, you're too close to the camera. Oh.
Too close to the camera. Me grabbing the camera. Hello.
No.
That was nice.
だからね, no. Became Harvin and need boxes. No.
No, we don't need boxes. We're
Okay.
fine.
Actually, maybe I should like. You want to be closer to your drink there. There.
I'm good.
Okay. Belle, how are you? Eh?
So, Belle, how are you?
I'm good. Just watching the shenanigans.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Zane.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just here at the side. I'm Ren.
Okay.
And that makes a
Alright.
Magical Literature Club. Okay.
All right.
What?
For anyone who's new,
Right.
we're the Magical Literature Club.
Whoa.
All three of us are VTubers.
Whoa.
We have, so the person who's hosting the stream tonight is Ren,
That's me.
who does art
Yeah.
and plays some games.
A few games, yes. I play some indie games, mostly on Sundays. But yeah, I do art
And
most of
then-
the time.
And then there's Zane, who plays a lot of gacha games and does a lot of reviewing of games.
Oh.
and I bully her into playing horror games with me. And I'm Jezebel. I play gacha games and action games and horror games.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
A lot of Cookie Run. That's true.
Hi, Lane.
Today, we are welcoming everyone to our table of our brand new attempt at a podcast.
Yay!
Pudgy.
Pudgy. So these drinks look nice. Look at them.
Is Ren okay? Ren, you're like...
Oh boy, who's drunk already?
No, I'm not drunk, but look at these. These cute.
What are you doing? Why are you hiding under the table?
I'm not hiding. I'm looking at the drink. Okay, anyway.
Alright.
Sit.
So
I'm
this
gonna
is
sit.
going to be pretty informal. It's mostly just us chilling with chat, talking about some stuff, that sort of thing.
Hi.
It's going to be fun to see, how that goes. Do something a little bit different. Relax a bit.
Yeah.
Plus, we can talk about anything we want to. It's like, we're adults. We don't get time to sit around and talk to each other and catch up often.
We're not old enough yet. We have to get past 60 for that to happen.
Right? So we're gonna make time.
Hi. So.
Another thing is we're gonna have guests every now and then.
Yeah,
At least that's the plan.
that's the hope. We'll kidnap someone. It's fine. I have
Yeah.
enough volunteers. I'm sure a body or two will be useful.
Like tonight, we're going. Our main topic for tonight is Bungo.
Ta-da.
We were going to capture, invite one of our victims whom we have dragged into Bungo recently. And that person was supposed to be Ichiroku-san.
Hi.
Demo, she has been very busy with her TTRPGs. So we let her go just for tonight.
Hi. Gambarochi.
No venison BBQ for us.
Sad.
Sad.
For context in our
Tomorrow
Discord.
night.
For context in our Discord, that's what her name is currently.
Yeah. Sag.
Oh, and Ari, it's because you have to be old to not have to worry about work. You can sit around and just chat instead of doing stuff. That's why. Over 60 is usually when people can do that. Whereas we get called lazy if we don't do stuff when we're young.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, I'll be lazy.
Eh?
Why are you still clicking?
What? Me?
What are you still clicking for? Yeah.
Reference.
What?
Reference. I can't.
What reference?
Unlike.
Right, I sent everyone reference today
I can't.
because I think that we could start with that one maybe.
Wait, what?
I sent us all reference.
Oh, yes.
Oh my clicks, please.
I
Unfortunately,
got confused when you said reference.
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 Unfortunately, y'all are gonna be hearing my clicks a little bit because my mic is still dead and lying down on the table.
Yeah. Clicks. We're talking about clicks. Let's click. Click.
Click, huh?
Hey, my ears. Why am I being harassed? I'm just sitting here. More.
Zane, the click queen. Rage clicks. You've heard. You've heard
This is
of
not
rage
banging
clicks.
tables.
True.
So ne?
Chocolates though, so banging tables might come soon. Oh god.
Oh no. Should I be worried?
Oh.
It's just chocolate. It's not alcohol.
That'll be like the Christmas stream or something.
Good idea.
Wait, I was jerking.
Wait, what? What Christmas tree? What?
Christmas MLC podcast. In December, we'll bring a drink.
Oh.
Have eggnog and get drunk.
Oh, I've never had eggnog. How do you make eggnog? You can make eggnog, right?
I don't like eggnog.
It's like you.
Isn't it raw egg?
Yeah.
Ew.
I mean, you can make it without the raw egg, but it doesn't have the same flavor.
But
It's fine. Raw egg's fine if you do it right.
No.
Yeah.
How do you like bypass the salmonella?
That's an American
Why
thing.
Japan eggs?
Also, man.
That's an American thing. They wash the egg so much that the shell that protects the egg gets washed off. That's why they have to refrigerate eggs and why it's much more likely to get salmonella. Other places, like it's pretty much fine. As long as you check the egg when you open it, as long as it doesn't look bad and it doesn't smell bad, you're good to go.
That's why like raw egg is such a big thing in Japan.
Yeah.
And why like when foreigners go over, they're like, what? Raw egg?
Meanwhile, I just sit there with my udon, crack my egg and stir and then eat because it's delicious.
I'm not a foreigner, but I just don't like raw egg.
That's fair.
I've never had raw egg.
I like how we immediately went off topic.
Of course, it's a podcast. So that's the whole theme of podcast,
True.
isn't it?
We might as well call this off topic too, but then we're gonna get copyrighted.
Sorry.
Warner Brothers is gonna slam us.
Stop it.
I mean, we could just add the in the middle, off the topic. No, off the topic.
Topic off the.
Topic. Topic.
The pick off.
Mm-hmm.
Pick topic
The
off.
pick off top. The top
Toffee.
off.
Okay.
Toffee.
Okay. Let's maybe workshop these names off the stream. Oh dear. Speaking of Japan, though, Zane and I were looking at going, but at the end of the year, Zane's not allowed.
Oh, Hong Kong's dumb.
Oh.
Yeah, it sucks.
Right.
Well, it's not so much that, it's also other countries are very strict in what they do and don't allow, or what they consider a official vaccine or things like that.
Which is fair. I'd say.
I may still run over there though, because it's the only time why it's giving me time off.
Chop
And I
it.
don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be stuck near him any time for all of Christmas. Do you know how annoying he is?
Well, he's all right.
I've heard stories with height.
He's certainly not worse than Uncle-san, right?
True. That's true.
Ample? Aren't they like a different
I need to
kind
wait for
of?
a minute. I just spilt my snack all over.
Oh no!
Well,
Poor snack. I mean, poor Belle.
poor snack. Wow, I see which side you're on now. You were asking something about Ampo.
Yeah. Wasn't Belle talking about her boss? Aren't
And
they?
I was saying that White-san can't be as bad as Ampo-san.
But aren't they like a different genre of annoying or bad? Like,
Maybe.
I'm back. My snacks have been rescued.
welcome back.
Wonderful.
Let me turn this off.
Plastic in these to separate the plums. That's so dumb.
Well, apparently that person that got bonked for it.
So when's the new chapter for Bungo supposed to come out, Zane?
It's either the 3rd or the 5th of November. I don't remember which exactly, but I know it's like the first week of November.
Moment.
Do you remember when it's coming out, Oni-chan?
No, unfortunately.
No?
Why? I can go check.
Oh,
if
you
I
know
can...
what? We should probably explain what Bungo is to people in case they don't know.
Oh, right.
So desu ne. So, Bungo is short for Bungo Stray Dogs. It's
You might also see it written as BSD.
はい。 It's a... Which genre is it? Is it seinen?
Seinen.
Seinen, eh? Seinen, manga, anime,
There's also a movie,
and
stage plays, live movie coming out soon.
Yeah.
I
Pain.
that will just stab a couple more knives into my chest and then twist and twist and twist.
So the premise of it, the series, is you have a bunch of characters who their names are based off of famous writers or authors. And then their abilities, they have special abilities that are tied to usually their most famous work. Is that the easiest way to describe it? Like, for example, you have Edgar Rampo, who is a detective. That's his special ability. Because Edgar Rampo wrote a lot of detective stories. A bit like Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Dumb authors. Japanese authors.
And not just Japanese
Some
authors.
American authors.
Like Fitzgerald's. So you have like Russian authors, there's some American authors, so you have like Agatha Christie.
Yeah, Agatha, I can't wait to see what part she plays. It's like
She's from the
they introduced
European,
her,
right?
and she's like sprinkled in here, sprinkled in there, but it's like she never plays a big part.
Only like sneak peek. And we're still
In
waiting.
terms of Russians, there's like a couple.
There's a
The
couple.
biggest one being the most annoying one, and the current main antagonist of the newest arc in the manga. I don't even know how to say his full name.
Fyodor Dostoevsky? Dostoevsky?
I took a guess.
Dosh.
It's Russian. I don't know any Russian.
Rash.
You call him Dosto-san, right? Dosto-kun.
He's usually just called asshole.
Gogo
Gogo.
calls him Doskun.
Doskun.
That's right.
Right.
But he's like Fyodor, to me at least. That's how the Dai-san says it.
Fyodor. And hi, Draco.
Fyodor.
But you follow like a group called the Armed Detective Agency, and those characters who are like the protagonists and deal with all sorts of situations, like both like really serious ones and then also some really silly ones.
Yeah.
Like the time where they all get accidentally high off of magic mushrooms. Or poison mushrooms or whatever it was. I can't remember.
Wait, what?
Well, there was only
Or
one.
was it just Dazai?
It was just Dazai.
Was it just Dazai?
Hi.
Oh, it was just Dazai.
And then at least in the anime, Atsushi was victimized, quote unquote, given a hard time, you know.
No worries, Dracula.
Oh, no worries,
You should
Dracula.
definitely get some rest.
Oh, right. Dracula, thank you for dropping by.
Hi, as well.
All right. Io was talking about a live movie coming for Bungo.
Hi.
Yeah.
Would you guys be okay if I talked about that?
Go.
Okay. So the live movie coming for Bungo actually surprised me a lot too. It's an alternate universe created by the author Asagiri Sensei. It's called Beast in all capital letters. It is supposedly, well, we already said it.
AU.
Yeah, canon AU. It's canon because the main author did it.
Yeah.
And we hear that the main reason that it came about is because Asaki Sensei's favorite character is going to be the main character, technically, for that story. And yeah, it's sad. It's real sad. It's real sad.
It actually takes an even darker turn than like what Bungo has.
It's real sad.
Hi.
It's basically several character roles get flipped.
Yeah.
So protagonists become antagonists, that sort of thing.
Yeah. They took the two main boys, little boys. I want to say little teens.
Little boys.
Little boys.
Babies,
Little to
well,
me,
in the
okay?
very
Like
in the very start, they were little boys. Okay.
She was like 18, and he swaps place with Akutagawa. So those two are the main, technically quote unquote main characters in the anime. and they swap their positions. So instead of being the main antagonist, Akutagawa becomes the main protagonist's place, and everything happens the same way. Except, like, you see their different reactions because they're different people with different personalities. Yeah, you're gonna cancel me? Let's go. Let's go. Bring it. I have chocolate, and I'm eating it. I'm not afraid of anything.
Oh no, here we go.
Go.
Just don't.
I
Just
see Ari saying, still not read the manga. Please sell it to me, or I should read it. Do you like characters
It's
with?
beautiful.
Do you like characters with special abilities that have really good character depth?
and gets good character
and-
development.
Good
And
character development.
a
Humor.
series that treats both the protagonist and antagonist as humans rather than black and white, good versus evil. There's depth in their actions and how everything they do may not necessarily be good or bad. It depends on the context
Their
and perspective.
worldview. You've seen
Then you should watch Bungo.
Oh. Well, there's a few missing scenes that the anime didn't animate, and while it's not extremely important, if they're like your favorite characters, it is nice to see them, you know.
Having more interactions and more.
I'll be so mad if they don't animate that particular scene with Chu in one of the later chapters.
Helicopter.
I mean, that's cool. They should. They really should.
If they don't give me that, I'll be so mad.
You know it. That's like, oh right, this off topic. No, sorry, that's trademarked. Off the topic, whatever. Bungo podcast night. MLC. It's like I'm drunk. Well.
Tonight's podcast, we will be talking about some semi-spoilers.
Yes.
So be warned, because we are very caught up in the manga. And the manga is quite far ahead compared to the anime. We'll try to be careful with how we talk about the spoilers, but there is a spoiler warning.
Yeah.
There you go. Your warning has been spoiled.
Should I make a thing? Maybe I should make a spoiler warning at the bottom.
In the title, go like Bungo spoiler warning.
ちょっと待って
And you like Kyoka? Kyoka's a really cute character. I like Kyoka.
Kyoka good.
Also, I saw we got asked before by Ari, who are our favorite characters and why?
I already talked about this for like 30 minutes on the Otona-san stream. I do not need to do this again.
Too bad.
Well,
different audience. Let's go.
Yeah, different audience. And it's podcast night. Let's go. You go first while I fix this.
No, you go first.
No, you go first.
Technically, my favorite is kind of a spoiler in itself, so I mean...
Eh? How?
If you haven't seen the anime.
It's the role that he played.
Oh, ne.
You know what? It's fine. Let's go.
Yeah. That's why I'm gonna put the spoiler warning up. Hold up.
Okay. So my favorite character is Nakahara Chuya. He's part... Shut up! He's not small, he just needs more milk.
He's tiny.
He said that for 2 whole years.
Okay, so Chuya is one of the mafia. So you have the ADA, so the Armed Detective Agency, and then you have the main antagonist, like the main quote-unquote antagonists, the opposites to the ADA, which is Port Mafia. So he's one of the mafia executives in Port Mafia. He is very good at martial arts.
While being tiny.
He is very loud. Shut up. He unfortunately is rather short, and all the other characters bully him about it. Well, Dazai bullies him about it. I'm sure the others comment about it in secret. His ability is really cool, and it's a really unique way that they use his ability. I don't want to say too much on that because it's kind of a
No, spoiler night. If we have reservations, it's not gonna be fun. Let's
okay,
just talk.
fine.
Bungo Stray Dogs, the anime, has been out for how many years? You haven't watched it, it's your problem.
Okay, that's fair. So he technically has two. I would say he technically has two abilities. Actually, no, technically he has. Yeah, two. So his like main ability that people know about is gravity manipulation, and he has like two parts that tie into that. So he has general manipulation where he can touch something, can make it heavier, make it lighter, which means that he can do things like walk along the ceiling, and because of the way he makes the gravity work, he doesn't have to worry about his hat falling off his head because he's a dumbass. And then he is actually is host body kind of it's kind of complicated without a lot of context. He is also technically a god.
Yeah, he's the host for a god that's inside him.
Yes. And the god, and what happens is he has a secondary to his ability where he basically goes into a berserk mode and summons giant black holes to destroy everything. And like his face has like tendrils that crawl up and go red and glow. And the only way he can get out of this, because once he turns it on, he can't turn it off, is he has to be touched by a character who has he has to be touched by a character who has ability nullifying skills, who is Zane's favorite character.
Touch.
Usually that results in him passing out and then being left on the floor to be picked up by someone later on, because Dazai is a dick.
Wow.
And just leaves him there.
I mean, my favorite character will agree with that, so yeah. That's true.
Wow. I'm bullied already. Another thing I wanted to point out about Belle's favorite character, aka Chiya, is how much Asagiri sensei and Harukawa sensei put together their heads to try to think of a good concept for him. Not only because he's like a partner to Dazai, but also he's going to be a key character in the entire manga.
And they wanted to make sure, like...
Manga.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go for it.
They wanted to make sure that, like, other than, you know, personality and ability aspects, they really wanted to make sure visually that he will be, like, 100% a famous... Famous? No, not famous. Popular character.
Stunning.
Short.
Stunning. Stunningly short. But stunning is the right word, and I don't remember if they were surprised that it worked. Like, his design was just well received by the audience.
He has a really good character design, and like they picked colors that worked really well together. Yes. The style of outfit is really popular. The whole suit with the overcoat and then also a hat. So it makes sense. Like design-wise, they did a good job of deciding on how to set him up as a fan favorite.
Well, the hat was always going to be there
Because
it is Nakahara sensei.
Nakahara sensei was always seen with that hat, with at least a hat, you know. Like all his pictures.
But they were gonna give him like a board sword or something.
Yeah, a really big sword. I'm kind of glad they didn't, because I think it with his abilities it just doesn't make a lot of sense.
So
maybe they hadn't finalized his ability then.
Maybe that's possible. Although, can you imagine that big sword being flung at you with gravity? That would be kind of awful.
Well, he kind of does that
just
with...
feels like a wuxia thing.
Oh.
That would be. You're right.
Anyways.
Think thonks about Nakahara Chuya with a big sword, huh?
Big sword, where she was like,
I mean, maybe it result in less property damage.
You say that, and then like let's look at
He
Dead
threw
Apple.
an entire building at a dragon.
That is true. That is true.
Ah, yummy.
そうね、中役ね。
ジュヤ君。いい。
Your turn, Zane.
さて、次はゼンの
No way. No.
Okay, no, but it works well because we talk about Chuya, who leads to Daze, and then leads to Ren's favorite character.
Yeah. Exactly. Like how are we gonna connect Chuya to Kunikida? So we talk about Dazai first.
Easily. The two partners who find Dazai to be annoying.
So who's Dazai and why is he annoying?
I don't know. You see him in episode 1.
Trying to drown himself.
Yeah.
Because he's stupid.
Because that is unfortunately something his real life counterpart attempted multiple times. So they kind of wrote that into his character. It gets less throughout the anime, and I understand that it can be quite a turnoff to a lot of viewers because it feels like he's not taking the aspect of life seriously, which also can be triggering to some.
Hi.
Also, the concept behind what he's doing does make some people uncomfortable. So it can be uncomfortable for some people because of that.
Hi. Because it's also like using that as a I guess you would say comedy aspect. There are, especially in the anime, because there's more effects. You hear it more and you see it, animated.
That's true.
It comes off like they're treating this really serious thing as a joke, but it
is also him using it as a coping mechanism, though. I feel like,
which I can go on for hours about.
Yeah.
But we'll get into like more depths about our favorite characters maybe later. I'll just briefly talk about Dazai-san if I can try to.
Gamba, you can do it.
He's considered one of the protagonists, I guess, in the show. But the anime does focus more on Atsushi and Akutagawa, while the manga kind of treats every character separately, and that they're all important.
But for different reasons.
Dazai-san is dumb.
You could talk about his ability, his history. Because that's what I did with Chuya.
He's dumb.
Everything about it is dumb.
Alright. So yeah, he's pretty dumb, but he is part of the Armed Detective Agency, so he's on the good side. And he finds Atsushi in episode 1, and he's like, "Oh, you
Not sure if
rescued
he
me.
finds
How
Atsushi.
terrible." Oh, true.
I think it's
Atsushi
more like the
finds
other way
him
around.
drowning. You know, he's like, "Oh, you rescued me. How dare you?" Then they just give Atsushi food. So he's just real dumb. He has, like Belle mentioned earlier, he has the ability to cancel other people's abilities. So he's basically anti-ability. And he's dumb.
Daze cancels everyone.
Cancel.
The real
He
canceller.
has the ability to make a Twitter post and cancel everyone.
Without even saying anything.
Anime fans are shaking in their boots.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know,
What about his history?
yeah, you can, because there's a spoiler warning now below us, and really, if anyone's still here to listen to that.
I mean, we've already spoiled a bunch of stuff, so.
And I've been talking with the mic muted.
Oh no!
And,
I see!
It wouldn't be a stream. It wouldn't be a stream without mute. See?
what was I saying? Oh, I was saying how, like, he puts on the appearance that he's really dumb, as I always say, but he does actually have a brain inside his head. He just
Wow.
uses it. He uses it in a way that he'd prefer people to not know that he has a brain. Yeah. He's dumb. And here's another spoiler. He's actually from Port Mafia. And he was Belle's. I was about to say like Belle's partner. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
what? He's not
totally,
Belle's
absolutely. Yeah, I had to deal with that asshole all the time. God, he was such a pain in the ass.
He was Nakahara Tsuya's partner.
He never wanted to do work.
Spoken like a true, a true partner who's just really annoyed with him.
His part in the anime and manga is usually like the brain behind stuff. I'm gonna shut myself up. Yeah, that's it. I can go on. And he has a new partner now that he moved into the Armed Detective Agency and quit Port Mafia.
And that new partner would be my favorite character, who is Kunikida Doppo. Who is also annoyed by him, by the way. Because Daze is just really, really annoying.
He just simply inspires that in people.
He does.
Except for Kenji.
It's a God-given gift, God-given talent. But yeah, no, Kenji is... Yeah. Nobody can really annoy Kenji. Kenji is a good... Kunikida. So, Kunikida, it has always been... How do you start? He's from the detective agency, as like what, Zane hinted on. He's been in the detective agencies even before Dazai came into the picture. And he's
Senpai.
Essentially a senpai. Dazai actually has called Kunikida senpai at first. I do remember, at least in.
I can just see Kunikida's eye twitch in my head. Like I can imagine him eye twitch.
At first, no, actually. I mean, now probably yes, he would. But at first, he was like, "I am your senpai." I'm pretty sure he's like, "I am your senpai. You should be, more respectful or whatever because it's Dazai." And Dazai has actually. He actually did call him senpai then, and it was his job to oversee Dazai's entrance exam. Which, to briefly explain that. Every person in the...
Explain that half the novel. Here you go.
What?
To briefly explain that, here's the light novel for the entirety of Dazai Osamu's entrance exam. Go read it.
Pretty much, which is like, the first light novel, by the way, guys. It's actually pretty good. And was also... Should I say that? That it was animated? Yeah, I guess I can. What the heck? Spoiler warning already. It was animated. If you guys saw the anime, it was animated episode 6 and 7 as Kunikida's introduction character arc, I guess you could call it, instead of like his actual character arc, which was the OVA. But anyway, I digress. So technically, potentially the members who enter into
ADA?
ADA has to go through an entrance exam that isn't just like, some written exam or whatever, or an interview. It's not. It's to
If it was an interview, I never would have got it.
Or would have easily gotten in. Or would
he got full marks in the military exams,
Yeah.
all of them.
That's military exams. Do you think he could keep his mouth shut long enough?
Yes. His potato.
Maybe.
I'll help.
But yeah, so in brief, that is the entrance exam is to like make sure that you are worthy of working in the ADA. and it was Kunikita's job to oversee Dazai's. And what else to say about Kunikita? Kunikita is an idealist. He says he's a realist. But he's an idealist. He doesn't believe though that, like, people would say that he's a romanticist, but he doesn't believe that. Which is not true because he actually is. Hello, Jason.
His ideals are.
He's very strict in his ideals.
He really is. Like, it's absurd the way his. Sorry, Zane, but it's quite absurd. Like,
why are you solving me?
Go
What?
Nothing.
What?
Go in.
I mean, I know I like him, and he's like my future husband pick because Dazai-san can't do anything or cook me anything for nothing. I would rather have that Kunikita-san, but come on.
Some people say, or some would think, like, I think even the anthologies or I guess the manga. Oh no, actually, even Dazai says that Kunikita is kind of like the mom of the agency, which is actually kind of true. Like, I don't play into that much, but he is. He makes sure that everybody is doing what they need to do. Keeps track of everybody's. Keeps track of everybody, actually, as much as possible. Even Dazai, who like just kind of like ups and disappears. Tired.
He's very mom.
He is very mom.
Tired, but he wears glasses.
He's a megane. And his ability, I forgot to talk about that. So his ability is called Toppo Ginkaku, translated as Toppo Poet or the Lone Poet, which
you're putting in the name and everything. Whoops.
Why?
Oh, I didn't.
I mean, okay, well, to be fair, actually, yeah, you're right. I didn't notice that you guys didn't say. Whoops.
Whoopsie.
To make it quickly, Chuya's ability, what was its name?
No, you talk about Toppo now.
Okay, fine, I talk about Toppo. Oh, hello, Rosho. Thank you for coming as well. Where was I? Ability. Okay, so his ability is his ability is like a utility type ability, wherein he writes. You think I'm not gonna hear that? He has a notebook where he puts his ideals, his schedule, his everything he needs to know for the day and the next 3 months.
58 requirements for a girlfriend.
And his 58 requirements, oh my god. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, other than that though, he uses his notebook to be able to use his ability, which whenever he writes something, or like he writes the name of an object, it would materialize when he rips the paper out.
That's his shoes.
Like I said, we've gone through this so many times, and thank you so much, Yui.
We haven't.
Thank you so much, Yui, for the gift sub to Lane. Lane is now one with the shrooms. You can now lie down and spore, I guess.
That sounds suspicious.
And yes, we have actually. This is like probably the 5th time or 6th time we're talking about the shoe thing with Atsushi. Okay, the thing with.
We should give context.
Right. Okay, so there is an omake in the manga, wherein I don't remember when it was, but they banded together again. Kunikida, Atsushi, Dazai, and Akutagawa was there. So it's probably after the end of season 3. And Atsushi, whenever Atsushi transforms into a tiger, which is that's also a spoiler, but I guess whatever, we're here.
It's literally the first episode. It's fine.
It is the first episode. That's true. So he transforms into a tiger. That's his ability. When he does that,
tiger, no less.
Oh yes, a were tiger. Whenever he does that, he tends to like have his clothes, like the clothes around his limbs torn off, so that would also include his shoes. And knowing that Kunikida's ability can conjure up objects, inanimate objects, Atsushi was kind of like, Kunikida-san, can you make me shoe? Kunikida is just, I cannot make you shoe because it's not practical. And it's not going to be big enough because he limits himself, or at least that's what we think. He limits himself with the size of his notebook. He can only conjure up objects that is within that size of a notebook, and the notebook is about a B5. Wait, no, an A4, an
What
A6.
if he draws it from the back instead of from like the side? So he draws like the back of the heel and pulls his shoe out.
It doesn't work that way.
Long ways.
It doesn't work that way because that would mean he would draw it. He doesn't draw it. He writes down the name of the object, and then as long as he understands the function of that object, it'll come out. But it's I don't think that'll work.
He doesn't know how shoes work.
No, that's not the point. It's not. That's not what. なんだそれ。だからね。Oh no, because it's not gonna
Let
fit.
a young boy wander around without shoes for days.
Look. His glasses. Glasses can work. Glasses are small enough to fit in a notebook, in the span of a notebook. But Atsushi's shoes, mind you, cannot fit around that notebook.
Just one at a time.
Right, like Atsushi's right shoe, and then Atsushi's left shoe.
We also suggested that he could just have a bigger book, so get like an A3 sketch pad.
Yeah.
There you go, problem solved.
I have art for that. I will share it soon. I don't know if I find it again, but like this conversation is about 2 years old. I have to say, 2 years old. This conversation, they still haven't stopped.
Because it's funny.
It's funny.
And actually, this is kind of like the vibe that you would have with them. Kind of. They just kind of, yeah. Anyway.
I remember. Did you mention that he's Dazai's current partner in like dealing with tasks in ADA?
Oh right. Well, yes and no, but now he is Dazai's current partner, and like they would probably work together every other mission, if not every mission. I mean, he practically works right across him in the desk. Also nags him to like, actually do work. Sorry?
He's just gonna sleep. What mission? He's just gonna go sleep.
There is mission! Tacho give them mission! Every day! What do you mean sleep?
It's the mission.
That is his problem, actually. It's mostly that. It's not much problem like with Atsushi. Atsushi can learn on the job, Kenji can. Sure, no problem.
Atsushi's fresh meat.
Yeah, he is. So like, he's also kind of like, he's not exactly like Atsushi's senior, like the one that Atsushi's mentor, right? Or is it that Atsushi's mentor is almost everybody?
I mean, like officially or unofficially?
Officially.
I mean, there's that whole episode, like there's a whole set of episodes where he gets taken around by everyone to be shown around.
Well, that is
like,
true.
oh, maybe you shouldn't have sent him off with Kenji. He's gonna get weird ideas.
Yeah.
Technically,
It's Dazai, right?
technically, Shacho left him with Dazai because Dazai was the one who recruited him. But on
Dazai
the
doesn't
other
do
hand-
shit.
Yes, there we go. On the other hand, Dazai-san doesn't do anything. So when it comes to martial arts training, Atsushi has, at least it showed in the manga, that Atsushi has leaned onto Kunihira-san to, like teach him melee and like how to fight better against opponents.
To which, of course, Kunikida does help him. Kozo.
Oh, right. right, abilities. I didn't mention it earlier, but Dazai-san's ability is called Ningen Shikaku, or well, I don't. Fine. The English translation is no longer human. It's also a very famous English translated book. But technically, when you translate it very literally, Ningen Shikaku more so means to be disqualified from being a human, and that's honestly my biggest nitpick. I guess that's not as smooth as a title, so that's why they're like, we can't use this, but you know, there's my group for that.
I mean, if you look at it in a book, right?
His ability relies on physical touch, so if he wants to cancel out someone's ability, he has to be able to touch them with his own skin against their skin. That is technically how it works.
あ、ちょっと待ってね。Raise his hand. ちょっと待ってね。
はい。
But he has actually like touched.
Hair also works too, because there's an episode where he grabs Rompo's hair. I think it has to be like it has to be physical. It can't be like clothes. I think it's a distinction.
I guess
to be part of them.
I guess not like how when you have a sleeve that is dangling. Is that the right word for it? Like a baggy sleeve, right? I guess it doesn't work if he just holds onto the sleeve that is not touching, or at least putting pressure on skin, right? Right?
I think it has to be touched with the physical body, because like there's a whole episode where he and Chuya first meet, and he specifically grabs Chuya's neck, as opposed to like his hoodie, which would be much more, which would give him a much better grip.
That's true. So,
But honestly, the thing with Asagiri Sensei is that their abilities are ever changing and ever growing, and he lets it be vague in order for them to be there to be room to grow. And I assume also for us, for us to be able to imagine things what we will. Nakahara-san.
Oh boy. So I haven't actually said the name of his ability out in Japanese in a while, so pardon, but it's Yogore chimatta kanashimi ni, which is upon the tainted snow. And with me mentioning before that his ability, he has like a berserk mode, he actually has a specific phrase that he has to say to unleash it. Which is called corruption. Like the title of his true ability is corruption, Ojoku. But there's like a whole sentence that he says to awaken it, which is kind of impressive, honestly. You have to read yourself a poem to become more strong.
Because Nakahara
that is one of Nakahara Sensei's more famous poems.
Not even diving into like character songs either, so which is technically like
that's a whole other kettle of fish.
That is.
And like when it comes to Bungo, the abilities that the characters have range from like super useful and then super wild things, and then super like general abilities as well.
Like
and they do a good job of building the abilities and, for the most part, the limitations around those abilities. Like, a good example is with Lucy and the incident with the clothes.
Oh, good.
That.
So
I'm sure with practice, she can actually do it.
Yeah, she has to level up. So for context, there's a character called Lucy Montgomery, and she has basically she has a room that is like self-contained, basically is like in between dimensions, I guess you could say. And what happens is both her and another character get where like they fall in, like Atsushi falls into the water. No, jumps into the water to fetch something. She has to go and save him because he's an idiot. And then they make the idea to dry off by teleporting into the room and then back out again without the water attached. That doesn't work though. Instead, they teleport back naked.
Without their clothes attached because the water is connected to the clothes.
So they have limitations. Like, well, with that's like how he has to be physically touching someone. He can't just be near them. Same with
That would
Chuya.
be way too OP.
Yeah, with Chuya, his gravity, he has to have touched something for it to count. Although there is a scene where he doesn't actually touch anything.
Yeah.
I think, does the air count? Because he's technically touching the air.
Because
Yes.
molecules?
Because like the whole thing, because like he could be standing there and his feet is touching the ground, but it's like his shoes are touching the ground, and then he just goes and crushes someone way across the room. I'm just like, Chuya, you're a bit too OP there.
I mean, he is a god. He's the only character so far we've seen that is the actual god.
Leaded to a god.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but yeah, the world building in Bungo is really, really well done. And later chapters have some very interesting introductions of characters and mythology, I guess you could say.
Yes. Yes. You can
Like
call it that.
Fyodor. Like
And Bram.
Ram.
Yeah, Bram. Stoker.
Oh, Bram. I'm like,
Bram's-
what's a ram?
Bram
No,
Stoker.
Bram Stoker.
Stoker. The Dracula.
The Vampire King.
Oh.
Well, in Bungo anyway. And in a lot of mythology.
Which was a surprise, I guess. I didn't expect. Wait, is Bram is Bram an American European author, right?
No. He's Romanian.
Romanian. Right. He's like the first. No,
Where's that?
Agatha made a.
Oh, okay. I just had a quick look. Actually, he's Irish. It's just that Dracula is based in it's because it's based on Vlad the Impaler, who is Romanian.
Hi. Vlad is the.
But Bram himself is Irish. Well, there you go.
But that still pinpoints him as European. So they're slowly trickling in the European people. Slowly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And before we get Arthur Conan Doyle.
I don't feel like the Europeans are intentional, especially with the way that Bram is introduced.
Bram is basically Dracula rather than himself.
That and he's a hostage, so
That
I
too.
don't feel like we're gonna get particularly a lot of Europeans.
No, not yet at least.
I mean, we'll see.
But I know they wanted to get involved.
I think it would be interesting to have Conan Doyle in there just because of the thing with Rampo.
That's gonna be 3 things. No, not 3 things, sorry. You're gonna have like 3 characters who are...
OP as hell.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, Zane, what if they bring in Billy Shakes? William Shakespeare. Isn't he European?
He is an author, right? I guess
no.
he is. Oh, Zane?
He's English. I think Zane is either mute or Zane's
Zane
been called away to the bar.
Yeah, I think so. Well, Billy Shakes, here we go.
God, he would be so annoying to deal with as if he's like an antagonist.
Oh, but that would be so interesting though. As an antagonist, I think.
Oh, okay. But like there's so many different actually no, we have had some Europeans, right? Because oh god, what's his name?
Jida?
Oh god, I can never remember.
Rimbondo?
Does he
Rimbod.
count?
I don't.
Rimbod? Rimba. Rimbod.
Roomba.
Roomba. Rimbod does count, though. I mean, like, as a European author, he does, right? He came with his
I don't know if you heard me, Zane.
boyfriend.
I was saying, what if we get Shakespeare?
That was the thing. Like back when Back when Stormbringer was first released, people were like rumoring that Shakespeare might be a part of it. But upon quick Googling, I don't see Shakespeare's name in Stormbringer because I haven't read it yet. But I see people like Adam Frankenstein,
Frankenstein.
Shirase, Paul Verlaine, Albatross. I feel like these are like code names. Albatross. Does he have
Albatross
a real
sounds
name?
familiar.
Nope, just Albatross. Lipman, which just makes me think of
What?
Lipton. Doc, Iceman.
What the heck are
What
these
are
names?
these?
Did they do a crossover with X-Men?
I don't know. I guess that means we just need to read Stormbringer.
Yeah, I think it's the only one that we haven't gone through yet in terms of content.
Oh, you guys read 55? Oh yeah, you have.
I've read the summaries of it, yes.
Oh, so.
Because Dazai-san just ups and pretends to be dead and gives like Atsushi a whole darn heart attack.
Of course.
Do you know
Dumbass.
about this, Belle?
No, I don't think I do.
Oh boy. Alright. So it's a thing like I don't remember exactly why, but Dazai-san was like hiding. So Atsushi goes look for him. And Atsushi finds him in a trash can.
Of course he does.
Because of course he's in a trash can.
Yeah.
And like Atsushi leans in and just like he goes like, "Oh, Dazai-san, come on, we have to go." And then he's just not moving.
Oh dear.
This dumbass. Okay.
Oh boy.
And then he just like freaks out because it's like, and then he just yells back at Kunikida-san like, "Dazai-san's heart's not beating. He doesn't have a pulse." And then it was either just before he starts to yell, Dazai-san like opens his eyes and goes boo, and which scares the heck out of Atsushi.
Poor
Dumbass.
Sushi.
Does Kunikida know? Like, does Kunikida
That's
know?
probably initially where we found out that he has the ability to control his heartbeat,
yeah.
which is something that will eventually be revealed again in the manga.
Which
Does
is
Kunikida-san know? Well, according to the light novels, he does.
of course he does.
Yes. Who knows?
Who the heck he knows?
Who knows?
The heck he knows. He can apparently use his heart to just like give Morse code.
Yes, Yui, indeed.
Good gosh.
How and why, indeed. Especially to
Because he's Dazai-san, eh?
He likes to be a troublemaker.
And it's also concerning, like, how he does that. Like, where did it come from? Where are these things coming from, Dazai?
His heart, of course.
No, I mean...
That's where a heartbeat comes
No.
from.
No, what I mean is, like, how he can, let his body do stuff like that.
I mean, that's actually a pretty normal like breathing technique you can do to slow your heart rate and things like that. From what I remember, it's used a lot for people who do things like go into oxygen chambers for sports stuff. And it's used for meditation as well. Because it helps you focus.
Oh.
That is true.
Like there was that I can't remember who it was, but there was some monk who was meditating so deeply that he just people thought he was a statue or something like that. I can't remember the exact context. But I remember there's something about that where he was just so still that they thought he had died and they made a statue out of him.
Oh my god.
That is. Yeah.
Wild.
So.
Human body, wild, you know?
And if someone's gonna be ridiculous, it's gonna be Dazai.
It's gonna be Dazai. Oops, sorry. It's gonna be Dazai.
Well, how else are they gonna fight Fyodor though?
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, it does come in handy with that situation.
They really have to, like, work with everything they have and at maximum capacity as well with Fyodor. We're not even there, guys.
Speaking of Fyodor, should we talk about the latest chapter now?
I guess it's about time, ne? Yeah, let's dive into this long-awaited
So the
chapter.
latest chapter was released in the beginning of October. Last time it was left off at a cliffhanger where our other main antagonist, or our newly learned new main antagonist, has attained an item that is supposed to be able to entirely turn the tide and just destroy the world.
The Deus Ex Machina type weapon.
Yes.
Also known as MacGuffin.
McMuffin?
What?
MacGuffin.
Yummy.
MacGuffin.
MacGuffin, why?
I don't remember where the context of it came from.
Maybe we can go back to that later.
Let's see.
So
Like if you
It's
find
used
it.
by Alfred Hitchcock and Angus MacPhail for film, and then it's used a lot in other things.
Oh.
But it's an object, device, or event that is necessary to the plot and motivation of the characters. It says, but insignificant, unimportant, or irrelevant in itself. Maybe not so much.
Not so. A little. Okay.
I don't know. It depends, because like the whole thing rides on the device, but it's not so much the device itself. It's just how it's used. So.
Anyway.
It's a tool that will heck the world up.
It will. But for some reason.
and he's like trying to open it, and then he's like, I can't open it. Like that's probably my favorite part in the latest chapter.
It was so dumb because everybody's like,
He's like, I
Kunikita
can't
was
open
already
it.
panicking on the phone. It's like, Rambo-san,
Panicking.
we're
can't do it. We've
defeated,
been
man.
defeated.
This is it. We're done. and then
And then he's just struggling to open a tiny box. It's just you see a big grown man standing in the middle of the field trying to open a box and he can't.
It's like your old grandpa trying to open up a jar of I don't know.
Pickles, and he's like he can't open it.
What's really fun is the juxtaposition of like the shot of Dazai. That's like right after that.
Yes.
It's like, you
You
are the source
bastard.
of
Yes.
this.
Because the whole thing is like he's like struggling to open it, and then he's like I can't open it, and then he's like why, and then you just see like a big picture of Dazai-san, and I'm
Just basically
trust
like
me, I was screaming. It's been chapters since he showed his face, and I was screaming.
how many months has it been? Like IRL months. How long have we been waiting for Dazai to come back?
Right? He's been in jail for
Almost
a year and a half.
Oh, a year and a half. Well
Poor
then.
baby.
Yeah. What's also really funny is this chapter, like the end, where there's like really serious stuff, and then it's juxtaposed with Fyodor and Dazai throwing
Oh my
food.
God.
Just Fyodor
They're
and
freaking
Dazai.
throwing food.
And they're
then
sitting there
there's
eating.
that.
They're in jail, and they're like, "Hey, can you pass the salt?" And he just throws it out the
Yeah.
window. They're in
And
separate.
context,
cells.
yeah, they're in separate cells. Like they're cells made of glass. And they're like some feet away from each other. Like the cells are some feet away from each other. They're like cubes. And then they go, "Hey, can you pass the salt?" Gross.
Tonk.
And then it's just like
And then-
a couple of panels of just them look dumbfounded at like, right, there's a glass between us. And then the others was like, "You have raw egg. Pass the raw egg." Splosh.
And then it's just egg, and then it's just deadpan faces.
It's great. It's like everything's so serious, and then you have
And you have the
these
two
two
genius.
smartest people in the entire world, and they're in maximum security prison because they're so smart and has done crimes.
Defeated by
Wasting
a
food.
window. Defeated by a window.
Amazing.
Ridiculous. But this is also the chapter that both Dazai and Fyodor get out of prison.
Finally. After 89 years.
39 years. And then here comes like the big thing. The end of this chapter basically ruined my life for 3 hours. I can't believe it. Ruined my life for at least 3 hours.
So okay. So we've established the two of them are in glass cubes, right?
Yeah.
And what happens is one of them has disappeared.
One of them just goes swoosh.
He goes whoosh and disappears, like he's fallen down a hole all of a sudden. And then Dase's just like, huh, what happened?
こと早いな.
And then suddenly there is a hole that appears below him, and he goes whoosh. Actually, he goes thunk.
He goes thunk and not
because he
whoosh.
works his butt on the ground.
And then he just yells. He's like, ah! Because I'm pretty sure he has bum, but not that much bum.
It's not enough bum to cushion that fall. Sorry.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it then shows it shows like feet, and then it shows two other characters that are in ties with Fjorda. But it doesn't make sense why they would let Dase out.
Fine.
And there's some things that are implied. And I missed it the first time around when I was reading it because I was too busy enjoying it. But like earlier in the chapter, there's this scene of this shadow walking through a hallway with all these buddies, and it's a very short shadow. A very short shadow.
Albeit being like the bane of his existence, you know? It is a what do you call it?
Identifier?
I guess so. Yeah, an identifier.
Like, because there's the reason why we can tell is because it's like a little wiggly shadow, but the height difference compared to like these big steel doors shows the height to the door, and it's definitely much shorter than like say someone like most of the other characters are reasonably tall. And there's only a couple of very short characters in the series, and most of them are already accounted for one way or another. There's one who isn't.
Who similarly has not shown up for a lot of months in the manga, and the fans are dying. Their crops are wilting.
Please.
And can easily make a hole.
Yes.
In objects.
Asagiri Sensei, please.
All right. Let's
water.
start there. The hole.
The hole.
All right. This is where I just ramble how Asagiri Sensei and Harukawa Sensei wasted like 5 hours of my time. Okay.
Oh, did you go back? Sorry, before you do that, did you go back and actually look at the tone effects that they use for Gogol's clothes?
I did.
Oh, so kana. All right.
Listen, they wasted so much of my time.
Here we go.
Just because of this gosh darn chapter.
Okay, so Gogol's one of the characters that is in line with Fjorda, and his ability is basically he uses his cloak, and it's kind of like like when you play the game Portal, where he can stick something through and it'll go somewhere else. Like he can stick his hand through, and then the hand can grab you from midair.
Or he can open up a portal and then a pillar will come flying out, smashing into poor Atsushi.
Yes.
Alright. So his portal is depicted as a black, blurry, like foggy type of portal.
Well, like a black hole, right?
Apart from that, we have, of course, Chuya, whose ability is also very red and black. Apart from that, we also have Akutagawa-kun, who is able to sever dimensions and all that. And his Rashomon is also very black whenever he cuts into the dimensions.
Yes.
So this hole that was cut for Dazai-san to fall out of, it was black and blurry. Therefore, there's like a couple of theories going around. It's either Chuya or it was Goglo, because Akutagawa is
not the right kind of ability.
Aftergawa is he's
Aftergawa is
busy.
yeah, he's kind of busy being
He's busy.
semi alive, you know. Semi. Also, hi Aru here and Mixes. Thank you for coming to the stream.
Hello. Yes, and Zane is here.
Welcome.
Indeed, Zane is here.
That's me.
So am I, and so is Ren.
Hi.
There's 3 people here
There
today.
are 3
We're
people
the
because
MLC.
yes, because this
We invaded.
MLC
We
Night.
invaded. Mwahaha. Although we do that every Friday, so it's nothing new.
Invasion happens every Friday.
Yeah.
It's scheduled. You know, let's go. All right.
If you open up the gosh darn chapter along with me, you can see that when he falls through that hole, the floor has lines.
Yeah.
But if you scroll down 2 more blocks, the floor that he's landing on and screaming about has no lines.
So
And
he
then-
fell through multiple floors?
I don't freaking know. His bum can't crash through multiple floors.
I don't think
His
No,
damn bum can't
But there could
do
be
that.
multiple holes for him to fall through. You just don't see the first one.
But
We don't know. That's the biggest thing. And then it's like you see a shadow next to Dazai-san who's like going ah, and then immediately the next box is the floor with lines and Go-Glow stepping up. Like that's the thing. Is that a misdirection? Is Go-Glow and Sigma rescuing Fyodoru, who was rescued just a few seconds ago, or has Go-Glow and Sigma actually rescued Dazai in hopes of achieving Go-Glow's new goal, which is to kill Fyodor himself?
But the
But then
outline
we
of the
also have
shadow.
this tiny shadow person
does not
Hey.
match.
also there.
Hey.
Like the coat doesn't match.
It doesn't
But
match.
at the same time, you know,
The shoulder
Go-Glow
pad
also
doesn't
has
match.
a hat.
So
Are
the
you
cut
saying
of the
that it's a hat?
Cut of the hat.
Go-Glow
cut
does
of-
have a hat.
He does, but like that doesn't look like a hat.
He's also tall.
He's probably tall.
Yeah. But yeah, the shadow is a very distinct like jacket kind of style. Whereas if you look at the 2 characters, one of them has a cape, so that would hide the cut of the jacket sleeves, and the other character has a very specifically designed like weird like 3-level outfit. So the outline is wrong for both of those characters.
It's the best
Other
thing.
thing people were talking about is if you go back to the middle of the chapter where you see the shadow walking down the hallway, you see the shape of his shoe. And people were saying that shoe does not fit Go-Glow's or Sigma's, and it can only be a certain very sleek executive.
It's
Shoe.
it's that very specific style of Japanese men's shoe. I'm
Oh,
trying to remember
oh,
what
oh.
it's called.
Thanks for the lurk. You have a good
Because
one.
a lot of the salarymen in Japan wear like a very specific kind of shoe.
Are you
what is it
saying?
called?
Are you saying that
Are you
Chuya
saying that Chuya
only
buys
wears
cheap
cheap
shoes?
shoes?
I'm sure he buys the $10,000 version. But they're like that like weird. Oh god, what is it called?
Oh, also, guys, do hydrate, okay? Thank
Like-
you for the hydrate.
They have this style that kind of looks like a mix between like a business shoe and a cowboy shoe. Like I don't know why it's that style, but that is just the style that is like really
Cowboy
popular.
shoe? What?
Yeah, like
gotta see
the
this.
certain parts of it that are just.
What did you do? What Japanese sales?
It's a thing. Like I don't know. It's just like this weird. Oh yeah, Is it Monkchuka? Is it Monkchuka? Monkchuka. Yeah, like it's like this. Yeah, they're often called like cowboys. Cowboy shoes. They're not boots. Like they're like the back half is like a business shoe, and then the front half is more like it has the styling of like a cowboy boot with the way it's shaped, and then like the patterning on it sometimes. But that's the style. Like obviously we can't see any detail, but that's the style of shoe. It's a very sleek shoe, unlike the freaking clown boots that Goku's
Right.
wearing.
Go-
Especially if you look at like how they draw his shoes in
They
that
point up.
last one. Well, not only the way that they point up, but if you look at his ankles, you see the fur and you see like the way his like his pants and his trousers just go over the shoe. But that is not depicted in the shadow.
Yeah.
Going back to the shadow.
I'm pretty sure it's a typical misdirection at the end of a chapter.
A cliffhanger as usual.
Yeah, it's the magician trick of you looking at my left hand while I'm doing something with my right hand. It's just in paper form.
I need to find out.
Plus,
We'll know
like,
soon.
who else smiles like that? Honestly, who else?
Right. That smile the shadow did.
Who grins
It's like, come on,
in the
that's
middle
Chuya,
of
that's Chuya.
in the middle of a murder scene? Right? It has
Are
to.
we allowed unpopular opinions? Are we allowed to roast people on Twitter?
Sure, go for it. Why
Why?
All right,
Oh, here we go.
let's go. So on my Twitter feed, I've seen people who post like. Of course, I agree that's probably Chuya, but also I've seen people like, oh, take a look at how the people are murdered. It can't be Chuya. Chuya isn't violent, and I'm just like,
not? Have they not watched his introduction where he like punches the shit out of Dazai and like stabs him? Hello? Hello?
He's a mafia member. He doesn't.
He literally kills people for his job.
Exactly. Like,
That is the job description. It really is. Even if you would say that, like, Chuya is, I wouldn't say the nicest, but he does care about his people. But that's his people.
He does care. He cares about people.
His
He has a good logic and sense on his head. It's like, but these people aren't his people. These people are
In the way.
keeping someone that could win, that could push the tide of the current war and the current situation over. They stand in his way of like protecting Yokohama. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go get out of my way, die.
I mean, he's not like Akutagawa in that like he will kill for no reason.
Yeah.
Like
Aku is different.
he's not a lawnmower.
Aku
Like
is-
his methods and his reasoning is different. But he's not like, ooh, I am a good boy who doesn't kill anyone ever.
No, that's Sushi.
that is sushi.
Sushi would cry. I can imagine Sushi like stepping on a dog's tail by accident and then crying.
Poor baby.
Apologize to Tuesday, you know? That would be him. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's people. I mean, it's a common thing in fandom though. People ubuify characters and go, oh no, that character can't be evil, because then that means I'm the bad person. It's just like that's not how that works.
Exactly.
Let them be evil.
Let them be nasty.
Let them say the F word.
Let them be problematic.
Like, a popular character. I don't want to do that. Shit. Okay, a popular character
Do it.
that a lot of people uufai is surprise Rampo. You know?
Really?
Oh yeah, oh my god.
See, I don't actually pay that much attention to the Bungo fandom, or at least the English fandom.
Rampo is very
Definitely
uufai.
don't pay attention to Rampo fans.
Rampo.
Wait,
and
how do they uwuify him then?
They babe.
I'm so curious.
He's very baby. Like, he's not.
Yes.
He's a brat.
also no.
He's a brat, but he's also like an adult who can really be nasty. You know, he is very.
I mean, he literally fucks off. Just like in the movie, he's like he packs all his shit and he's like, "Sorry, I'm out," without
Yeah.
any explanation. Like he leaves no explanation. He just buggers off.
Plus, like his is it reasoning? Like he's not black and is he black and white?
Very
Because
logical.
like you have
He's
that.
very black and white,
Okay,
especially in the beginning.
you have that part where like with Atsushi. He was like just even if Atsushi, obviously the moral decision there would be to like save Atsushi, right? But he's like, no, it's Mendo. Why? He's not exactly part of our thing, or I'm not gonna do anything for him. He's not.
Technically, he framed it as Mendo, but technically, it's damaging to the agency.
It is.
And I feel like that is his main reason and objective, like to protect the agency, while Shacho has a more moral standing ground.
That show is really dad.
He's
So yeah, it's not baby.
but yes, the fandom does do that. The fandom like babyfies Rampo and Oh, who is also very problematic. They have a very problematic relationship. Him and
They sure do have an interesting one.
they do. It's definitely not woo-woo. In that sense, you know. In that sense, it's not.
Mhm. I definitely don't mind like the Rampo and Po stuff where it's like just casual, like they don't mention the bad stuff and it's just them like, oh, hanging out or like being dumb or like silly, cute date stuff. But like, woo, I haven't seen.
I think the thing is people don't know how to separate enjoying like out of character content versus like, oh no, this is my headcanon, so this is exactly like how the character is, and if you say anything different, then you're wrong and you're being horrible to me as a person or whatever, like that kind of attitude.
Yeah, there is like a lot of people forget that there is that barrier, and that you can, you know, curate your what you see on like
I mean, you
Twitter.
can do OOC stuff if you want, but like calm down.
Yeah. Right. Can I rant more about Dazai? Let's go.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright. Here's the thing. Dazai-san is such a polarizing character, and I totally understand why people don't like him. Or people will say like he's not my type of character. Because like one of our Belle and my closer friends, they tried Bungo for our sake, and because every time they buy Young Ace, they see Bungo's merch.
They basically they suffer for us. They just have a pile of bunkers.
So they gave Bungo a try, and they were immediately turned away at the initial few episodes because of Dazai-san's attitude towards his own life. And that I entirely don't fault them and understand, because that is actually quite triggering. And if you don't like it, then yeah, that's fine. They're like, I don't like it, I'm just gonna stop watching this. I'm just like, yeah, that's fine. Thank you for giving it a try. At the same time, we have other anime/manga viewers who go through the whole thing and they're just like, Dazai's evil. I feel like these are people who, I feel like at least, they're Akutagawa fans mostly. And
Which is
they
ironic
feel like,
considering.
Not really. I can see why. Like I can see where they're coming from, but at the same time, I just disagree. Because the way that they frame it usually is that he doesn't care about Akutagawa-kun, and everything that he does usually leads to him getting hurt, or like has no general care, or what's the word, like is not extremely concerned about his well-being. But I don't know. I just don't agree there. I just feel like if we're talking about parenting styles, every parent has a different parenting style. It might not be great. Oh gosh, if we're gonna get into parenting styles, I'm gonna be so angry because we're gonna talk about fate.
Let's not. Let's hold that one. That can be the next time we can talk about fate. That might need to be a 5-hour stream.
Yeah. Deep breath. Dazai-san, he cares. He's severely damaged in his own way, and he's coping. He's learning with it, and he's slowly learning to show that he cares. And you can't just fault him for it. You can fault him for it, but you can't say he doesn't care, because he cares.
One of the things that is, like we mentioned before, is that Bungo does a really good job of developing characters, and probably one of the best ways to see that is seeing how Dazai grows as a character throughout the series, learning how he handles things and how he changes how he handles things. and people just kind of write that off as whatever they want, instead of looking at how the character is presented. And people always have like this really weird attitude of, if you like a bad character, then that person is a bad person, which is just really stupid. Like, the thing is, like, if you have no bad characters in a series, then what is your series? Is it like, there will always be some kind of bad character, and people can enjoy fiction separately from like real life. Surprise. But we see that a lot with Daze. People take it and kind of go, oh, well, because you like Daze, then you must be a horrible person, blah, 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 blah.
You must be an abuser.
Which is just really silly.
Just,
I feel like that concept is done a lot to people who like Mori-san. Back a while, I used to work a lot in the EN fandom, but now I don't anymore. But back when I was there, I see a lot of people who just outright dislike or say that people who like Mori-san just quote unquote has no rights / whatever. It's just like, yeah, Mori-san is problematic.
Extremely
problematic. And the things he says and the things that he implies are extremely problematic. But do you know that that's actually like what he feels? Like, we have seen no such action in that regard. I'm not even gonna say the word because it's just not.
It's complicated.
I feel like it's a joke that he does on himself.
Because the thing is, online people have failed to like learn how to separate characters and actions and real life and context. Like, context is so important to everything, and people have just forgotten, or they never learnt how to process that information.
This is gonna be like super without context, but a lot of the problems, or a lot of the problematic things that come up, especially in EN fandom, so far from what I learned, is mostly because of the people who like these so-called problematic characters, because some of them are problematic themselves, that they kind of influence that, which is shit, because
you're bringing the rest down, like the other people who like this character, who aren't problematic and don't view them as such or view them differently, right?
A really good current example of that, I guess you could say, is oh boy, if we're getting cancelled tonight, this is going to be
this is it.
I'm going all in.
Honestly, this is it.
So the Genshin fandom at the moment.
Oh god. Oh god.
So
there we go.
Anyone who's familiar with Genshin Impact, there was a big hullabaloo about the anniversary event, which, I mean, understandably, the anniversary event was pretty subpar. It was pretty bad. They very much made it into a give us more things, give us like free promo, give us like free art, that sort of thing, which is fine. You're allowed to be upset by that. But, and this is something that a small amount of the Genshin fandom likes to do, is they like to do things like send death threats to characters who are voices of evil characters, or characters who don't do well, like Kokomi's voice actress had to, or was it she had to mute?
She had to limit her stream. Because people were coming into her stream just talking about her and telling her like how unpopular Kokomi was.
And just like harassing her. And it's that whole like disconnect of analyzing real world and fiction and taking everything with a grain of salt in every way, shape, or form. And it's just really bad because that vocal minority then reflects quite heavily on anyone else, and it sucks because, like, you don't really want to interact with those kind of people, and you can understand because you don't know if it's going to be one of those people who will suddenly go off and go like on a tirade or like harass you because of like mistranslations of like characters or looks at certain ships or things that
Let's not get into that.
Can
or
we
things
not?
that are you don't need to be that serious about. It's a fictional thing, but people don't understand. Like, people have lost the ability to process that it's a fictional thing for whatever reason. There's a whole bunch of different reasons that tie into
I
it.
am very on board with the fiction does not equal reality, but that statement is not black and white as well.
Yeah,
It's
like
there are
it's
shows,
layers.
like, yeah, there are shows that are very, I believe the category is edgy, and they're very focused around like young girls and young boys, which I find is not okay.
Oh.
That, even though it's not real, it's just a fictional picture, I don't feel like it's okay to sexualize them or to say anything that is implying sexual things about them. But like when you're talking about like characters in Genshin or like Bungo, it's like they're adults. You're adults as well. If you want to go and sexualize a grown-up character in your own free time, go for it.
I think the funniest example of that is when, I mean, I guess you could, I haven't seen it with Dazai and Chuya, but we can use them as an example. It's where, because Dazai is really tall and Chuya is really short, and there's this whole thing at the moment where, if the two characters are at different heights, it's considered inappropriate in the same ways, like they look at it as the same scope as of like a child and an adult being in a relationship, and it's just like, sorry?
I have lots of question marks. What?
It's a thing. I've seen it not with Bungo, but I've seen it with other things before. Or like one where it's like one character was like 2 years older than the other character, but both characters were like in the same age bracket, like they were both teenagers. I don't know. I don't know. People have really lost the plot. Is all I can say. So yeah, no, people need to take a chill pill. It's what I think.
Yeah.
People need to learn to take a deep breath
touch some
and
grass.
calm down. Touch grass.
Oh, really?
Touch grass. I've done that.
Do some breathing exercises. Make your heart go really slow. So much so that people think you're dead.
Yeah.
But we're not going to teach you how to speed it back up, though.
But yeah, no, it's toxic fandom makes it hard to enjoy a lot of things lately, just because people don't know how to chill.
That definitely like discourages people.
Oh, talk about discouraging. Okay.
Yes.
Did you guys see the tweet by J-List about Twisted Wonderland?
J-List.
Oh. Okay, J-List is a company that sends like Japanese goods to like other countries, and they have like new stuff and stuff. So I saw this, like I've been seeing a lot about this because Twisted Wonderland is a Disney
Anime.
Square Enix. No, it's not. Yeah, it's a game. It's a Joy Musuke game.
Very popular game.
Yeah.
Very popular game.
Gotcha.
It's
right?
like, it's like anime boys from like villainous Disney characters. So you have like a cute boy that's based off of like Scar from The Lion King. People have been going insane because there was recently an anime announced for it.
Right.
But J-List had gone, oh yes, this BL anime.
Oh.
And everyone's just like, what are you talking about?
Oh.
Because obviously they're quite a big company, right? So they're just, from the get-go, putting this misinformation out, not only confusing a bunch of people, but also kind of, causing troubles for like actual fans of the series, because now they have to try and sit there and explain, no, this information is wrong. This is actually what this is about. And
yeah, wasn't it?
It's just,
Didn't it feel more like
people have.
What do you call it? An otome? Didn't it feel more like an otome? No, not really.
It's not an otome. It's a joymusuke game. Basically, we don't even know the gender of the main character. It's just the main character is there. But because it got announced, people are starting to get into it, and obviously the game has been out in Japanese for a while, but it's not out in English. So people are kind of just assuming what the game is, and it's causing like all this misinformation. And then a lot of people who are into the series are kind of just going, "Oh no."
Definitely, oh no, because that's really misleading.
Especially when it's such a big big companies like that doing that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yay! Yikes.
It'd be like saying if Tokanrambu was a BL game. I mean, I'm well and truly sure there's plenty of fan art and doujinshi and like fan-made stuff in general. That is BL. Like that's a given, considering that most of the characters in these games are male, but it doesn't mean the game itself or the anime itself is that genre.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that genre, because it's just a genre like any other, but making the assumption and being misdirecting, and then also as a result probably impacting people watching it or planning to watch it, or like the fandom, it just kind of sucks because you ruin it for people in various ways.
Give them expectations, or like,
people feel like they've been queerbaited.
Yes. Oh god. Oh yes.
Or there's like hate that comes out around stuff because people, again, need to take a chill pill. Sounds like they stepped on a landmine, but yeah. It's kind of like how you have like little fans who are like, please, we like this series, but maybe don't let anyone else know about it, because otherwise bad things happen. Sequel.
Can I drag us back to Bungo?
Yes.
Sure.
Of course.
So the new chapter is gonna come out soon. What are your predictions? What's actually happening?
Yeah.
He is gonna kick Dazai's ass.
They're gonna.
I mean, that makes sense. If anyone's gonna enjoy Dazai-san falling on his bum and going, it's gonna be Nakahara-san.
But what else?
In terms of everything else,
I need to know what the deal with Fyodor is. Like, what's their next step?
And is Gogol actually going to try and kill him? Because,
there's that.
I mean...
We left off with... The last time we saw Gogol, he was like...
He's like, I'm gonna kill him.
Kill him! Oh, okay, sure.
But you're gonna help me,
But also, like... He's very... what's the word? Chaotic? Like, he's chaotic...
Neutral.
I wouldn't say chaotic neutral.
Or just chaotic evil. I don't know.
I feel like...
Actually, no, he's probably more chaotic neutral, at least more so than Fiora. Fiora's like
Chaos incarnate.
Ooh, no, I feel like he falls pretty in line with lawful. Wait.
I guess.
What? Chaotic. Wait, what? Chaotic lawful. Wait, what?
Chaotic
what
evil? Chaotic good?
No, because he's
definitely
lawful.
not good.
Yeah, he's not good.
Lawful evil?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, lawful evil.
There we go.
Because
he's the whole
crime and punishment.
Yeah, crime and punishment.
Like, he's evil in the context of the main characters are the ADA, therefore they're the good guys, quote unquote. But his actions are done in a way that is based around his own belief system.
Philosophies.
He believes he's punishing sinners.
Yep. And his ability is called crime and punishment.
I don't have much prediction. I guess I do have a prediction. I do hope that it is Chuya who has come to pick him up and will throw him back to the ADA so that ADA is finally back together. Because it's been so long.
It has been really long, and Atsushi needs to.
I do have to wonder if they will do another corruption thing, because I mean, it's been a while, and it would be good timing for it, also considering the context of the weapon. Like, big weapon versus God.
Oh, but also it's like an army.
Do we?
Yeah, that's fine. Shuya can kick their butts.
Do we know anybody else who can teleport?
I mean, there's Lucy, but it's not the right kind. Like, Lucy teleports into rooms, not through a hole.
No.
Did they talk about it? Lucy can, but Aku is currently MIA in a sense. He's really busy at the moment. You know, he's cleaning the pipes.
What?
Well, he did take Jono, right?
Hi, Jono.
He took Jono to the vents. Into the vent.
Right.
Pipe. Anyway, yeah.
Oh, you raised me up scene. I loved it.
Raise me.
You raise me up, and then they just go up. Like, yes, Aku, yes. Who else?
Predictions. Kunikita
I
better
mean, we've
kick
had
some
characters
ass.
that have shown up. We don't know their abilities yet. Like, for example, Agatha Christie. We don't actually know her ability yet, right?
I feel like we had a name, but we didn't get an ability explanation.
Yeah, so... And they could also just bring in someone new that Daze knows from Port Mafia, or, you know...
Or his past, or who knows.
Yeah.
I would hate that.
I mean, they're like
It'd feel like a cop-out. It'd feel like a cop-out.
Yeah.
To know this person, you gotta read the light novels. Get them today.
How are they gonna fix this mess?
The what?
I still think... Okay.
I still think it's gonna be the page, but also it's like... It's...
Do we want to explain that?
It's so... Yeah, maybe, but also it's so... If they use the page, it feels like the plots that go like, and it was just a nightmare. They woke up. That kind of ending, it feels very cheap.
So.
That makes sense.
Yeah. No, it never said, right? If, like, the page has limitations.
That's true.
It doesn't have limitations. But it is implied that that's the goal. They're just going to use the page and revert everything.
Yeah, it does feel very much like they're gonna rewind time, so to speak, with the other side of the page. For context, if you haven't seen that far in the manga, there's a page that you write it and it becomes real, and it's been used to change certain facts within the story, which has made the ADA the bad guys to the rest of the world.
Right.
And there's not really an easy way to fix it, except for, well, there's that and the whole vampire thing. A whole bunch of characters
We're vampires.
We're now vampires.
are now vampires, and it's not the thinking, feeling kind of vampire. It's a ghoul or a revenant style vampire, where it's just a corpse that likes to kill and can be controlled and things like that.
Yeah.
Including like major characters in Port Mafia and things like that. So like, how are they going to fix that?
Yeah, I feel like more than half of Port Mafia has fallen victim to it already, from what I remember.
Yep. Definitely more than half.
And like a lot of main characters, like characters that have been big to the story.
It's a good fight though. That was a good fight though, I have to say.
Unless there's like a cure for vampirism. Like, I have seen that in some stories where there's a way to like one way is to kill the vampire, the parent vampire, so to speak, and that undoes the vampirism. So
Then Bram.
I mean, that's
It'd
very
be-
possible.
and that would be an easy way to undo it.
Right, because remember, I almost said their name, but the main bad guy now said, like, the thing that he has Bram on can technically burn his brain, quote unquote, and it will actually kill him.
Yeah.
I wonder if they actually need to do that to, like, and if that would bring everyone back.
That's one way to do it.
Also, what's the point of doing that if you're just gonna use the page to make everything back to normal? I don't know.
Well, you don't even know for sure whether or not they can write it on the back of the page, right? Like,
True.
it could be that the page is like it's one use only. It doesn't matter if you draw on one sort or the other. Like that space is now taken up. You can't use it anymore.
It's a tissue
Because they
paper.
do know that they have a page and it's tissue paper, and it's their assumption that they can write on the back.
Because you don't really know that much about it.
It was
Plus,
revealed
if
that
they
there was
need to
only
take
like
down
one
the big
page, right?
bad, maybe they need to burn the vampire, get back their ammunition or firepower people to take them down? Question mark.
And the tide of the fight sort of thing.
Hey,
Hey,
I
question.
don't think Sokoku are gonna manage. Hi.
Question.
I mean, they'd be a good enough distraction.
What if say it doesn't work? You know? Say it doesn't work, that, you know, you can't write on it. What if you rip it? Would that do anything?
Rip the page?
Yeah, what if you rip the page?
So as a way of undoing it?
Yeah?
I mean, possibly. It's like
Just shove it in Dazai-san's mouth.
No?
It's like with what you call it?
Actually, that's
like
if you just touch it.
Magic sigils and things like that. If you have a magic sigil and you break the circle of it, that damages it and
Bring a
therefore it doesn't
corner.
work.
It's possible. Or you can shove it into Dazai-san's mouth and maybe that'll cancel it out.
If it's considered as like an ability,
An ability,
Right?
True.
but
it
I'm
does
sure it's not.
because it also affects Dazai. So you would think that he would be immune to it by proxy, right?
that's true.
Because technically it's part of the book, which is not something that Dazai-san can counter.
Because it's
which
not.
we see in Beast. I'm sad.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah. Yeah, I don't think Dazai-san can do it. Darn it.
But that is also the reason why, like, or I don't remember. I have to jog my memory. It was Fitzgerald looking for the book as well. He was, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yes, he wanted Atsushi because he thinks that Atsushi is the tiger beetle for, like, the guiding light towards the book.
So it's either they get hands on the page, they try to look for the book. There are still many possibilities, but like
So many possibilities.
Nani.
Too many.
But really, at the moment, really, it's just dispersing the vampirism and
Dealing with the vampires, dealing with the weapon.
Honestly, can't believe it. It's like the vampire chapter. I think did the big vampire chapter come out last October? Right. That was the thing. That's why everyone was like freaking out because the whole
Yeah, I think
reveal
so, yeah.
of vampires came out last October, like during Halloween.
Ah.
And everyone was like, Asakiri sensei, are you serious? Is this a Halloween joke? But suddenly there are vampires in Bungo. Excuse me? Okay, that was partially me, but
Suddenly vampires.
suddenly vampires.
That sounds like it could be a band name.
Suddenly vampires.
The chapter name, like the art name, suddenly vampires, and an old
Yeah.
man.
Suddenly vampires.
Yeah. It was.
See, that's-
If anything, like, it was very sudden. It was very spontaneous. And it
It was
was
very much just ta-da.
yeah, it really was
Ta-da,
just
ta-da.
ta-da! We have Edward Cullen, and it was a
Okay,
doctor.
please don't
effect.
associate Bram Stoker with Edward Cullen. That's just insulting.
Maddie.
The actual Dracula novels are fantastic, excuse you.
Sparkle.
But yeah, I mean, that aside, it was very abrupt. It was just so surprising. Like, I'm over it. I'm over
I'm over it by now.
the what? The nani?
It's been a year.
Yeah, but like, you know, it was just really sudden.
Yeah, it's definitely abnormal to the normal story plot.
I guess
Also,
it
that
really,
Zane said, Asagiri explain.
yeah, it really is Asagiri Sensei.
Explain.
Table tapping, table patting.
But yes, so that's what we've been yelling at for the last few weeks, and obviously the lead up, and as soon as the new chapter comes out.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
Just waste a couple of hours on my life in it again.
pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
Analyzing everything.
Stuff.
That's you know, that's what this podcast is for. Question mark?
Question mark?
This is just for us to talk shit, basically.
We're just gonna talk whatever we want because it's our podcast.
It's my body, and I'll cry if I want to.
Cry if I want to.
Right. I want some cookie
fate
action,
girl.
please.
Are we really gonna talk about fate? Sorry, friends.
I want Kunikita action. He has to like do some fighting, please.
Oh, hey, speaking of
No,
Kunikita,
don't.
especially talking about Kunikita, do we want to talk about what happened to Kunikita during the chapters?
Oh my gosh. It's like I'm subtly making jokes like all the time when Belle didn't read it yet, and then it was just Ren smashing to me in DMs like, "How dare you make this joke?" And I'm just like cackling because Belle didn't get it.
So for context, we've already established that Kunikita uses his book and has to write down things to someone from the book, right? So in one of the chapters, there's an incident with a bomb.
An
A
incident
grenade.
with the bomb.
There's an incident with a grenade, and Kunikita winds up with no hands.
Oh my god. That was such a good moment though. It was so good. It's like top.
The reveal
moment?
for it was
Was
just
it the reveal or was it him using the grenade?
Oh no, using the grenade, not the reveal. The
Okay,
reveal
yes.
was very
I mean,
painful.
the reveal itself was very good. Like the reveal itself was very
Pain.
good,
No, yeah, it was.
emotionally wise.
It was.
The
And with
grenade
that
is badass.
grenade, damn, my boy, he gonna fly. He gonna fly.
Yeah, because
Shit.
he exploded.
I'm still crying about it. He's okay now, but like, oh my god. Like,
Do you want to explain how he's okay now? Because it's kind of technically, normally speaking, it should be difficult to regrow hands.
that is true. He's not like a lizard, you know. Just grows limbs again.
Throws a hand, it grows back. Oh god, can you imagine a character
What?
with that ability? They could just detach like body parts and they regrow like a tail,
Ooh.
like a lizard tail.
Ooh. I mean, okay. Oh wait, no. I was gonna say like Atsushi kind of does that because his
No.
regeneration thing, but yeah, you said detach and then yeah.
Like detaches an ear and sticks it to like somewhere so that he can listen on conversations and stuff.
That sounds like a Boku no Hero ability, honestly.
I mean, they use it in Harry Potter, like not the characters themselves, but the twin brothers have an item that can do that. It's like a magic item.
Hi. Yeah. Adrenaline is coursing through me, remembering again.
Yes, of course. Since I've learnt of this, I've been teasing Ren about
Stop.
it. Just because,
Stop.
it's fun to bully.
No. Please. No. He's fine now, though. Like, for a certain
Oh yeah,
time,
we're gonna talk about explaining.
I think the
why he's
reason
fine.
the reason why like shit
Sorry, I'm
happened,
back.
like, oh hey, welcome back. They, for a time, because ADA was framed as like some terrorist group. They were kind of separated, but then, long story short, everybody kind of got back together eventually. Yay. And we have a doctor whose ability is to heal.
Basically,
Basically.
bring you back to life.
Yeah, bring you back.
But
But
the
at the
caveat
cost,
is you have to be
almost dead.
Yep.
Like,
So again, talking about the whole limitations of one's ability is it can't be like, oh, everything's fine and dandy. It's no, you have to be about to die. And if you're badly injured but not dying, well then your son will pull out a sword and finish it herself.
yeah.
The thing is, I remember first when it happened, like I think it was probably a year ago, when Kunihira-san was first revealed to have like lost his hands, and he was like screaming in that room. Like Ren and I read it, and Ren was absolutely losing it, which of course fair. But then I was already instantly like, nah, it's fine. Yosano-sensei's gonna fix it.
I mean, obviously.
Same in a way that I was like, oh, your son will fix it.
I mean, obviously.
But
like,
honestly, it's a very fair panic moment.
it is very look. Obviously, like, we know, or at least we believe that they'll come back together. Yosano-san will fix it. Being and just kind of. What if not? But also, he's fine. He'll be fine, right?
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
And then Ren was like,
And
what
here
if
we
he won't
see
be?
the inner workings of Ren's brain.
Yeah. Ren was like, but what if they don't find his hands? Does that mean they can't fix it?
Because like, okay, but then again, I guess because Yosano Sensei once said, like, me already answering my worries, Yosano Sensei once said, like, she can't heal if they're like not
Blown
chopped
up to bits, right?
Yeah, blown up to bits.
This is the
but
one
bits.
talking about how Lemon Man was like,
Yeah, the lemons.
yeah, Lemon Man's walkway thing.
Yeah. But that's the thing, right? Because anyway.
I think that's more like if every single like bit like blown like entirely to smithereens, like all the whole body.
Yeah. Because there's nothing else to heal. Or almost
I mean,
nothing.
you look at the episode, the OVA episode, and what happens in that, and obviously what Yosano does in that.
Wait, that is true. That is also a bomb.
Of certain making.
Yes. I'm sorry. I have noise. Background noise.
Same. The bar's getting real noisy downstairs.
Well, we're actually at 2 hours.
We are.
Oh, that was quick.
It was.
It was quick.
It's
It's just Bungo. We didn't
Like
even
I said, if we have to talk about Fate, we're gonna need like 5 hours.
Oh god, though, Faye.
Sorry.
I don't know if I'll be able to,
Just
like...
don't let me talk about Emiya, and then we won't go for 5 hours.
Specifically, Emiya Kiditsuku.
How are we not
Exactly.
gonna talk about Kiritsugu-san, though? He's part of the...
Tape my mouth shut.
He's part
We'll just talk about Crew the whole time, it's fine.
Well, that's gonna take us at least 3. Even if not 5.
Especially considering how many of him there are now. 1 for each hour.
One for each. Yeah.
Do you doubt my ability to talk about Kufin?
No, not at all. Okay, not at all. But like, you know, I don't even know who I like in Fate anymore. I don't. Think
Fair, I
thoughts.
think you've watched it in a while, right?
That I have not played in a while. I have not watched in a while.
I know you did like Archer.
Yes, of course.
Is it for his housewife qualities?
Sorry.
Is it for his housewife qualities?
Isn't that Zane?
Isn't that Zane?
I mean, like,
No, Zane does not have housewife qualities.
no. What I mean is, isn't that Zane who likes Archer for his housewife qualities?
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Right.
hello. He can cook. He can clean. No, that really sounds so disgusting.
He does. He can cook. He can clean.
That's so bad. It sounds so bad. I'm so sorry, but he does. He does. He's such a well-rounded.
He likes to cook and clean. That's the thing. Like he likes to do those tasks.
That is true. That is true.
And he will also like shoot you down if you happen to try and make anything and it doesn't meet his standards. Looks at Emiya Gohan.
Oh god, Emiya Gohan. Oh, I haven't finished that. Emiya Gohan.
You should finish that. It's been finished for so long.
I think I was like 2 or 3 episodes and then had to skip or at least stop for a bit, but then Zane was like, you have to see.
We also have to finish watching Danganronpa 3.
Oh god. So many girls.
I don't even remember where we were at.
I actually don't. I do remember. I just don't know like what episode number it was.
I mean, if you tell me what happens, then I can tell you which episode it is. That's not a problem.
Maybe
I
off
haven't
stream.
watched it lots of times. Shut up.
Okay, maybe off stream. I'll tell you.
I mean, obviously you don't want to tell me right now, so I can't do anything about it right this second.
Yeah. Yeah. You kind of make it sound like he's Gordon Ramsay in terms of not meeting his standards. That's what I mean. You mean Archer?
I mean, that is basically what Archer is.
Yes.
Especially if it's like something that Emiya Shido has cooked.
Oh. Yeah. You fucking donkey!
God. But we should probably wrap up. It has been 2 hours.
Yeah, it really-
and it does sound like since Zane's been so quiet, I imagine the bar's starting to get quite busy.
Oh yeah. It is around that time. I'm pretty sure people are swooping in. It's a Friday night. Alright.
Friday.
No. No.
You can't stop me, Ben.
No. Yes, I can. This is my stream. We're on my channel. I mean, not my stream, but we're on my channel.
I mean, we can stop the stream, but that doesn't stop you from being in the Discord.
Evil senses, please no. Well, if I have to suffer, y'all have to suffer as well. Anyway, how do we wrap this up? This was the first. So yeah, this was the first MLC
let us know what you
podcast
thought.
night. Yeah. Please
Like,
let us know if this is this. Wait, what did you say? Sorry, I was talking.
it's okay. No, it's okay. I was gonna say, let us know what you thought. Do you want to post all the links, Ren?
Sorry.
I don't remember all of your commands off the top of my head because I'm usually asleep when you're streaming.
That's
It's time zones.
Hi, time zones.
Yeah, so let us know what you thought. Let us know, like, what you liked about it. If there's stuff you didn't like stuff that, like, for example, like, do you like it with the background music? You don't like the background music? You'd rather just us talking? Like, what sort of things you'd like to see us talk about, maybe?
I learned a lot about Bungo, says Lane.
Good. You should go watch it.
Go watch
There's
it.
3 seasons of the anime.
We
And
may
then go
be-
read the manga.
We may be complaining about some things, and the fandom is but it's a good IP. It's a really good IP, guys. It's worth it's worth a try.
Lots of good character design.
Oh, thank you, Io-san. So that's
And lots of good voice actors.
Oh yeah, voice actors. very good. Very, very good.
Like you've got Tanayama Kishu, you've got Mamoru Miyano, you have
Hosoya.
I'll let you say it, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Hosoya.
Hosoya Yoshimasa. You have Oh, I'm so sorry. Atsushi.
I can't
I'm
remember.
so sorry,
everyone's.
Atsushi. Hiroshi Kamiya is there.
Ono Kenshu.
Ono Kenshu. And for a while, Ono Daisuke, actually. Ono, yeah. He was a minor character.
Oh, and
Ace.
Takehiro Sakurai.
Oh, yes. Sakurai-sama. Sakurai-sama was here. Kenichi Suzumura was also here. Suzumura Kenichi? Which was his first name? I don't remember.
There's a lot of big name voice actors. So if you're really into voice actors, especially some of the more popular ones,
it's funny how we just mostly mentioned like
listen to them in their different roles.
It's kind of funny that we mentioned like mostly
there's also
male.
so you have 3 seasons of anime, you have a movie, there's an OVA which is 2 episodes.
Wow.
1 episode?
One.
So there's like kind of an order you want to watch those in for context of everything. There's also the manga. We didn't even get to talk about the stage plays. So there's a bunch of stage plays for the series. Like we briefly mentioned it. And then there's going to be a live action movie. There's like light novels. There's so much stuff. There's a lot of content. So if you like stuff that has a lot of content but isn't like Conan, like Meitante Conan level of like 1,000 episodes and 23 movies and 500,000 everything else, then
Oh, and also
I'm not exaggerating, by the way. Conan's like 1,100 episodes at this point.
also like just like a quick thing about like the stage, because we're out of time and we can't really like talk about it in detail, but the stage honestly is really good.
It's very good.
I didn't expect it to be so good. It was just good. Like fine, real people kind of, but good. And because I saw a comment, on chat saying that like, ooh, live action, red flag. Not really, because
it's actually well done.
Not really, because the live action movie, the cast is going to be the people who were cast in the stage. And that's a big plus, guys. That's a big plus.
So the stage actors are the actors for the live action. And the thing is, like with Japanese stage performances, they're usually very, very well produced and like really well made. Like to point in fact, let's see, we've had the first season of Bungo, the second season of Bungo, the Dark Era, which is like a middle section that's kind of between them.
Yep.
We've also had 15 now as a stage, so there's like 4 different components of the series that have been turned into separate stage plays.
There's more, actually. There's more. There's Dead Apple.
Didn't they say? Oh yeah, they did Dead
Apple. There's light novel. The first light novel.
They're doing Stormbringer now, aren't they?
Yes, they.
Oh
wait.
Yeah. Oh, and
Are they
did
Stormbringer?
They did the Kunikida thing.
They did Dazai Osamu's Entrance Exam, the first light novel. They also did, I don't remember the title, but I think the second or the third light novel. Was it the second light novel? The one with Shacho and Rampo-san.
Yeah. So there's like 7 or 8 stage plays. So it's they've done a lot. So the quality of those has translated. We're hoping has translated.
Okay. Now we can I guess totally wrap up now.
Man, I can't believe you can say Dead Apple's very hit or miss when Chuya throws a building.
The plot holes in that.
Just ignore the plot holes.
Ignoring plot holes.
It's not what happened to the writing, Asakiri-sensei. Excuse me? Plot holes?
There was actually more writing beforehand. There was it was so strange because they had visuals or sketches made that Harukawa, was it Harukawa-san? Or was it Asagiri-sensei himself who did some drawings that did not even make, the ideas did not make into the movie, so honestly, would have wanted to know what those were. But,
I'm not biased. I just... I'm very biased.
Choya.
Shut up.
I guess it's also like it's kind of weird. Oh, here we go. It's kind of weird because like after Dead Apple, they tried to do more. Like there's a Dead Apple manga. There's also a Dead Apple light novel that tried to explain some things that weren't highlighted in the highlight in the movie.
Covered?
So yeah, it wasn't really like super covered or detailed in the movie. Like, for example, because I read this on Kunikida's notebook. On Kunikida's notebook, he are the characters for Ideal, right? Riso. But the counterpart, the abilities notebook, what's written on it is, what was it again? Compromise. The characters for Compromise. So like there are details that were like put after the movie was created, like into these separate media things, books. But anyway, like you know, well, we're not gonna shut up about Bungo like this.
It's okay, we have another month.
We do.
And by then the new chapter will be out. We'll have more to talk about.
We'll have more to yell about. Right, Zane?
If you catch me on the day, I will not shut up.
That's true. Which is why I guess it's good that our MLC podcasts are towards the last Friday. Was that right?
At least that's the plan currently, yes.
Yeah, that is the plan. So yeah. I guess, yeah.
Welcome. Thanks for coming to MLC Talks About Bungo.
It's not even MLC podcast night. No, it's MLC yells and rants about Bungo Stray Dogs night. But no, yeah, guys.
Other general things.
Yes.
And off the topic things.
And off the top.
Yeah.
On the
top
side.
goes off topic.
On the side things.
Side dishes.
Side dishes.
Coleslaw.
Mashed potato.
Fries.
Why? Mashed
Corn.
potato's not a side dish.
Unfortunately, it is here because our main carbohydrate is rice.
But okay, we're not getting into a discussion about mashed
We're
potatoes.
not right now.
For a while.
Side dish.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Not like on its own
Welcome
separate
to
dish.
Asian countries.
Yes, Asian countries have mashed potatoes as a side dish. Unfortunately.
Okay, let's go before we have this discussion.
Again, guys, hey, thank you so much for coming to our first Magical Literature Club podcast night.
Do you want to post like the Discord link and your Twitters?
Yes, I'm dumb. Our Twitters? Shit, I didn't put that in.
It's okay. I already posted mine and Zane's, but didn't post yours.
That wasn't your Twitter though. That was like your
Oh, that was like
Twitch.
Twitch.
That was
right.
Twitch. But yes, that's the MLC makes up what the MLC is made up of me, Zane, and Belle. And I need to make a command for our Twitters, but for now, this is my Twitter. I'm sorry, guys. Hi, let's get in. Hello, Kurando-san. Thank you for joining us, guys. The Discord, I think I put it here. Yes. So this is our Discord. You can also find us there. You can reach out to us. You can chill with us and stuff.
You can talk to us about Bungo.
You can talk to us about Bungo, and we will gladly talk. I was about to say talk back. That's not the right term. Converse. Discuss. Yes, thank you, Zane. We will gladly discuss Bungo Stray Dogs and other things, I guess, that we like to ramble about.
I guess.
I guess. Talk back about bungos. I'm so sorry. What else am I missing? That's it, right? Actually, I can go.
You wanna?
Just tomorrow for TTRPG.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should plug TTRPG.
Right. Okay, so guys, right, tomorrow, we will be continuing the TTRPG that Ichiroku-san is hosting. Or did host.
Shoot, I haven't said Ichiro-san anything yet.
Huh? Oh yeah. Shoot.
Oh,
Well,
shoot.
we panic
Oh,
later.
shoot.
We panic later. Let's wrap up. So tomorrow you can find us at Ichiroku-san's, right? At Roshi's Twitter, Twitch. Do I have Rochi? Shoot. So you can find us twitchy.tv. Yeah, that. Yo, oh, okay, right. I forgot we have shoutouts. I completely forgot. Anyway, so you can find us at Rochi's Twitch tomorrow, where we will again make
What
a mess at 4 p.m.
Not sure.
GMT plus 8. So far, I think is the thing. If not,
Isn't it evening?
no.
No, because remember we changed it for Ori.
Yeah, or you can't make it for our evening at least. So yeah, do watch us make a mess of things tomorrow. Woo! Okay, and do you guys have anything else to plug?
No.
Nope. Okay. Well then, see you guys tomorrow, and thanks again for coming. This is MLC MLC.
Magical Literature Club.
MLCC. Signing off. Bye, guys. Oh wait, let me go to the ending screen. I'm so dumb. Oh, thank you so much for that. Wham. ちょっと待って. See, when we're on my stream, it's gonna be really scuffed. Okay, here we go. Alright. Bye, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming. Oh, wait, are we raiding? Shoot. Do you see anybody we can raid? Let me quickly check who we can raid. Who can raid?
All the people that I have on my thing have several hundred people watching them, so I don't think you will.
Oh, maybe
I
not.
don't know if you want to do that.
I was okay with the last one because it was a
IRL
friend.
person that we know. Wait, who's this person? Drafts. I don't even remember who this is. Really
Anyone?
mysterious person that I'm following.
Oh, I see someone who Zane rated once. They're doing a secret study stream. Let me go check if they're not, if they're not BRBing or anything. Wait! What are they doing? Is that math? And of course I get hit with an ad. Not that joke.
Joy of not being subscribed to someone.
Yeah, that's okay. And yeah, let's do that thing. Let's do that raid message. Kuranda-san did. Even if without context. Yep, sounds good, guys. Let me just quickly check. Huh? Are they quiet?
Send you to a Malaysian streamer if they're not
Okay.
there.
Oh, they're here. They're here. So if you guys don't mind math, we're heading over to
Whoa,
them.
math.
I mean, Asagiri Sensei is an engineer, or has a is a very math person. So like, yeah, raid. H. Did I write that right? It's math, like mathematics, not that. Otherwise, I think that would be very problematic.
Oh, is that Lucifer person?
Hmm.
Soka. Okay, let's go.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Oh, no more music. Oh well. All right. Once again, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Bye bye.